A lot of freaky stuff is going on. You gotta use your mind. What they was doing with those plugs.
It's finally happening.
Police presence swarming his high-end Beverly Hills neighborhood. Officers going room to room, carrying zip ties and serious firepower. In the driveway, law enforcement vehicles parking next to, we assume, Diddy's luxury cars. Then, of course, his two sons, 30-year-old Justin and 25-year-old King. At one point, they seem to be sharing a laugh.
Just in, Sean Diddy Combs has been cornered by law enforcement as the feds allegedly forced their way into his now sealed mansion. Not just this, according to sources close to the rapper, the feds have found incriminating videos of the alleged gay parties that took place at his mansion. So, is P. Diddy finally paying the price of his sins? Here's everything you need to know. Inside rapper and record producer Sean Diddy Combs' multi-million-dollar house in the West Los Angeles enclave of Holmby Hills, authorities have recently conducted a raid. And, to say the least, it was ugly.
We will always support law enforcement when it seeks to prosecute those that have violated the law. Hopefully, this is the beginning of a process that will hold Mr. Combs responsible for his depraved conduct. I'm just thinking about Jeffrey Epstein. Didn't that start with civil suits?
So I'm so glad you mentioned that, because in this lawsuit that I had just mentioned, there was a comparison to Jeffrey Epstein.
According to reports, the raid might be connected to a potential sex trafficking inquiry. According to the source, the Southern District of New York has conducted interviews with 3 Jane Doe and 1 John Doe about sex trafficking, sexual assault, the soliciting and sale of illegal drugs, and firearm-related offenses. Now, if there's anything we know, everyone who has spoken their truth by now was telling the truth, and that law enforcement should have intervened earlier. In fact, we'd be understating if we didn't mention Gene Deal here. After all, he is the persistent one in his allegations and accounts against the rapper all this time.
Bruh, I knew about the plug fetishes because I saw that with my own eyes. I knew about him and Kim being swingers with other people, whether it was another male or another woman or a male and a woman together. I saw that with my own eyes. You gotta realize is that after 2005, I didn't see anything that Puff was doing or what he didn't do. Puff had got addicted to opioid. And being addicted to those things bring other drugs on. I seen Puff smoke a cigarette. I never saw him smoke a cigarette. He was on the beach smoking a cigarette on YouTube. Then I seen him, smoking, eating, drinking. I was like, that ain't the Puff I know. So he ain't gonna do what he do around other people in front of me, because he know I'm gonna check him on that. But what you trying to do? So to say that what he's being known for with Cassie, I can only equate to some of the things that I seen him and Kim go through. You understand what I'm saying? So people get mad, but it is what it is. I can only equate his actions like that.
Gene Deal reports that Diddy has been actively involved in planning well-known homosexual parties, where the Hollywood elite are rumored to indulge in more than pretty drinks. Diddy, of course, appears to be more than just a visitor at these gatherings. He actively seeks out other guests, making these get-togethers feel more intimate and exclusive with the kind of activities that happen there.
But it all started, we was in Atlanta. And this story starts when I'm with Puff and he's in the exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping, right? He's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that, because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, he gotta go put it on the counter and, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked quite a few of them down. I'm like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said plugs. And I was like, hey, yo, So I say, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said plug, and he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you can do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. When he got I just waited at the counter. When he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like, he gave the guy a stack, something like this. And Puff wasn't a dude that carried no 20s and no 50s or nothing like that. And I mean, like, he just said, boom, and we walked out the store.
As he described his time with the rapper, Deal also claimed that these events act as a playground for Hollywood's elite, who are well-known and well-off enough to pay a high price for tickets to the most totally bizarre events in town, to indulge in their most outrageous and shaky fantasies, especially most of which are homosexual males. Gene has also revealed a startling picture of Turkish baths as a common place for gay men to meet secretly, and those two set up by the rapper himself. He proposed that these exchanges are more than just hot baths because of Diddy's ability to arrange things. Rather, they are part of a wider network where these guys meet up for sex in secret with Diddy.
I knew I used to wait outside of Turkish baths for him. You know what they do in the Turkish baths?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay. That's where a lot of gay men meet. And they all take hot baths together. To each his own though, bruh. But that's a lot of that these guys get into when they start having certain meetings with certain people, and they meet them at the Turkish bath, and they do their meetings, and they meet their people in those type of situations where they're comfortable at. So they don't have to worry about their indiscretions coming out. You mean? You understand what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, twice, sometimes 3 times a week, me and the driver be outside. He'll run into the Turkish bath. Got that big tub at home, but you want to go? No, go ahead.
Not to mention, Gene Deal also attested to the fact that Sean Combs forced Cassie Ventura to have intercourse with other men while he watched, sexually abusing her, and, in some cases, trafficking her.
Because she is a victim. You know what I'm saying? She is a victim, man, and if this is her victim story, we gotta be more, I think more compassionate. She was 17 years old at the time. She was fascinated by that whole thing, getting on a G4, G5 jet, you understand? And what was her parents, man? What was her daddy, her mama? They didn't miss their child? She didn't come home that night? I don't know, man. I can't fathom the whole idea, man. What you trying to do? So, to say that what he's being known for with Cassie, I can only equate to some of the things that I've seen him and Kim go through. You understand what I'm saying? So people get mad, you know, but it is what it is. I can only equate his actions like that.
Now, for those of you who need a refresher, Cassie, whose real name is Cassandra Ventura, filed a lawsuit against Combs last year, alleging sexual assault and sex trafficking. Ventura was accused by Combs for years, starting soon after she first met him in 2005, when she was just 19 years old, according to her lawsuit, which was first widely reported. She claimed that after striking her repeatedly, and once even giving her a kick to the face, he sexually attacked her later in 2018. She went on to say that he trafficked her by forcing her to have sex with male prostitutes in several cities, while he recorded and masturbated as part of his gay fantasies.
So if he want to see it and he want her to touch it, he might, that other person in the room with her just might want to feel it. Allegedly.
So you feel like Diddy was having sex with the male prostitutes?
They had to be for both of them. They was in the room. Right?
You're right.
It's a freak-off section. Right?
Meanwhile, later on, she would try to take down the pictures and videos, but Combs maintained access, she said in the lawsuit, and at one point made her watch a video that she had thought she had erased. Ventura's lawsuit claims that Combs and his supporters used their wealth and power to intimidate her into quiet and compliance, threatening to ruin her music career if she came out against him. According to Ventura, Combs went as far as to threaten to blow up Kid Cudi's car since the two were dating. Ultimately, Jean claims the lawsuit that received a lot of attention was significantly altered. Remarkably, some of the more graphic aspects were purportedly changed before the court cases ever got underway.
And it was a female. But my whole thing about it was this, is that anything in that lawsuit, you gotta realize that we only got a portion of it because it's been chopped up. Things has been taken out. So somebody would look a certain way. Now, they left some of the things in there. But I'm sure plenty of times Cassie may have seen some stuff that she ain't really want to look at. He didn't want her to know who they were. So if she ever wanted to do what she just did, how does she say how the person looked? All she could describe is if they was wearing masks, unless she saw them before they put the mask on. It's craziness, man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this and try to engage other men into sexual acts with him.
Obviously, that's not the case anymore with the feds recently raiding the rapper's house. And if the videos detained by feds really do end up making their way to court, it will finally be revealed and confirmed that Diddy did, in fact, groom Justin Bieber, Usher, and Mace, and exposed them to these freak-offs at a very young age. And that because of this, each of the three of them has made an effort to keep as far away from Diddy so as to not get embroiled in the upcoming legal mess.
Man, it's a lot of stuff that Mace and Usher know that they ain't telling about Diddy. There's a lot of stuff that they know. Can you imagine, bruh? Can you really imagine?
See, Usher not too long ago disclosed the painful aspect of his early career. Usher said that Combs had introduced him to illegal drugs and wild parties when he was still a minor, which turned him into an anxious individual about everything. And if those aren't enough golden witnesses, Jaguar Wright, 50 Cent, and Cat Williams have all also hinted that Combs bears most of the guilt for a slew of fatalities in Hollywood, mostly those involving young singers who want to come out against the rapper Diddy for the sexual acts he forced them to do for letting them have a career.
You know, I speak for a reason. When you see this bullshit motherfucking game with people that you love, that you like, you know, so many coincidences.
Too many. You
honeycomb.
Oh. Stamp it.
We gonna get you and your little dog too.
Most interestingly, Rapper 50 Cent claims that Diddy once invited him shopping in an apparent attempt to buy 50 off with pricey gifts and cash.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he said something fabulous, and he goes, "Yo, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party."
No, but you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
What is you talking about? What is he talking about?
Instant has gone off.
When people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say?
Worse yet, Williams suggests that, despite Cat's best efforts to maintain his moral integrity, it was Diddy who had before tried to take advantage of on the witness stand in the next few days. That's all for today's video. Make sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. For more updates, hit the bell icon.